You're not alone. Most women and men in your situation and position feel the exact same way. Let's talk about it. Let's peel back the layers of the Superman or Superwoman image that society says we must have. And let's really look at what is happening behind that confident exterior. You don't have to hide anymore, my sisters and brothers. It's okay for us to look into it right now, because when we look into it and we're able to deal with it, name it, deal with it, then we can heal from it. And that's what I want for us all in 2025. Let me share my first point, and this is why high performers often feel disconnected from their loved ones. Let's start here. Success is a beautiful thing. We all know that. It's great to say, I want to do something, achieve something, and you achieve it. And at the end of it, you feel very good about yourself because now you have just done something. But a lot of times it might come at a cost if we're not careful. If the only place we want to be successful at is at work, without looking at our spirituality, our health and wellness, our relationships, and all those other things that come with it, if we're only focused on one of the pillars, then success might seem great in that area, but does it filter into other areas of your life? Many high-performing people pour so much into their careers, especially women right now. You know, men too. The man believes that he's the provider, so he focuses all his energy on work. I just need to provide for my family. But the women too have emerged a new man, right? So you see women who are out there, and I hail all your credentials. I hail all the things, all your successes. I hail it. I'm so excited to see women in the places that I see women in right now that women didn't have the opportunity to get into at some point. And so I'm so inspired, I'm excited and all of that. But is some of it coming at a cost is the question. We've always looked at men, or I used to look at men, and I have a group of people, we see men, especially married men, with the mentality that we're giving the man to believe that all he needs to do is provide for the family. Once he brings money home, he doesn't need to invest anything else into the family. And we have consistently knocked them for it. Why would a man not help? Why would a man say, I'm helping you sweep? Is it not your house? Why would a man say, I'm helping you cook? Are you not going to eat? Why would a man say, I'm helping you wash your plate? Did you not eat the food? All those things. So we knock them, right? But we're doing the same thing now, women. We're out consistently. Somebody can cook for you, somebody will clean for you. So you outsource even the upbringing of your children to your housemaids, right? Because you've got to be the MD of the bank. And so everything is coming at a cost now. And I remember working with a brilliant woman, an executive, sharp, respected, and killing it in her industry. She told me through the years, however, that her family gets what's left of her after work. Let's key into that. What's left of you by the time you come back? You know, we give our best to the workplace. We come back home, we're completely hopeless and useless when we come back home. We can't even lift a finger. We can't pour into our children because we have nothing left of us. But you carry your best, you look the best part, you go for your meetings, you schedule the meetings. But you and your wife, when was the last time you guys had a date? When was the last time you guys went for dinner or a massage together? When was the last time you took a walk with your children or your animals if you have any? When was the last time people felt your presence at home? But you're consistently taking the best to work and thinking about your work, thinking about everything that you need to do to increase, expand, explode, all those things. But when was the last time you thought about doing that for your family and bringing that peace into your family? Because the truth is, I've never seen anybody on their deathbed say, oh, I'm so excited I made so much money and I got all the accolades that I got because now I feel worthy. You hear them, either two things they'll say. I regret not creating time for my family and not being there for my family. And then the other one is they're happy that they created time. There are a lot of women and men now who are going to be lonely in their old age. Why? Because they have no relationship with their children and they expect their children to then choose them over other people. It's impossible. So whilst you are building that business and building that career and all of that, you've got to be building the relationships that will make your life feel complete, that will give your life joy, that will give your life peace, that will give your life satisfaction. It's not just the work that is going to do that. It's the connection that you have with people. Now, my second point, the myth that having it all means sacrificing yourself. There's a lie society tells high-performing women and men: to have it all, you've got to do it all. The lie is so toxic, and it puts you on a treadmill of endless perfection. You want a flawless career, flawless family, flawless body. It leaves no room for you. So everybody now needs to have this perfect figure 8 body. If not, you are not tapping. Some people have died in the process of looking for perfection in their bodies. They've died. Some people have died in the place of looking for perfection in their workplace. I must be the best and the first. And they've died in the process, leaving young children to fend for lives that they never imagined that they could live. Some people are consistently moving. I've got to keep going. I've got to keep going. They are smoking. They are drinking coffee, throwing sugar, drinking energy drinks, just to keep going and going and going. At what point do you stop? I reached out and I coached a woman who was an absolute powerhouse, CEO by day, PTA mom by night. Everything. She had to be everything. Perfect mother, perfect whatever. To the world, she was unstoppable. But behind closed doors, she was crumbling under the weight of trying to be everything for everyone and nothing for herself. Woman, man, please. The world is not going to be any better with a disabled you or a broken down body. If you're broken down, you are completely useless to even God, because He probably needs you to move to do certain things for Him. You're not going to be any more appreciated by taking on that new task that you know will deprive you of the relationship that you can have with your spouse. Some of you even go out and start building relationships with other people. That same time that you're building those relationships with other people outside is the same time you should be building relationships with yourself and then with other people inside your house. Please. She said to me that I'm so busy making sure everyone else is okay, I forgot to ask myself if I'm okay. Who's asking you if you're okay? You know, one of the love languages that I used to say that I have is inclusion. I want people to include me and check in on me and ask me how I'm doing and, add me. And one day I heard clearly, when last did you add yourself? When last did you include yourself? When last did you check in on yourself? And from that day, I started to give myself what I was depending on other people to give to me. So when I felt like, this person hasn't called me, I can just say to myself, Adiola, how are you today? How are you feeling right now? Is all well, right? Adiola, breathe. Close your eyes and just breathe and center yourself. That's what I started to do to myself, to teach me how to embrace every moment of my existence without depending on anybody else to do it for me, whilst appreciating everything everybody else does for me. Can you see the difference? It's not an expectance, it's an appreciation, an acceptance of what is, right? What's the lesson here? It doesn't mean breaking yourself. Success does not mean breaking yourself, guys. It means redefining what all looks like for you. What will all look like for you? Oprah Winfrey says, you can have it all, not just all at once. Give yourself permission to prioritize and protect your peace. You've got to. You've got to. And lastly, shame keeps successful women from seeking help. I know this because I lived this. I couldn't ask people for help because you will see how weak I am. If I ask you for help, that means you know that I have problems. And how can you know that I have problems when I'm superwoman? I can't ask for help. I can't show weakness. Are you crying? No, I'm not crying. Or if I'm crying, it's crying. I'm tired or onion. I mean, come on. That disconnect from who you are. If I admit I'm struggling, then people will see me as weak. Why? It's okay to be weak. What's wrong with me? Even Jesus wept. Guys, Jesus, our Lord and Master, wept. So who are you? Who are you? Jesus slept. Remember in the boat? He was sleeping. If Jesus, the Son of God, can sleep, then you, Master of the universe, Voltron, Ion, Tin Man, everything, Johnny Bravo put in one. You've got to share it. Share everything that you're doing. If there's a problem, ask. Shame is a liar. When you tell yourself, so if I tell them, that means I am hopeless. That's a big lie. It's a big lie. You are human and you must tap into your human. You must tap into your emotions. You must listen to your body. You must. I met one woman who said to me, I don't need help. I'm fine. You see people carrying, you are carrying 7 bags. Someone says, can I help you? You say, no, I've got this. I'm an independent woman. What's wrong with asking for help, Mrs. Independent? And who says that being independent is a strength? You've got to lean on people too, because you can't do everything on your own. Otherwise, Adam would have just been left alone. If you follow that story, of course. God would have created only one human being and said, oh yeah, do it yourself. But he said, no, it's not good for man to be alone. Let me give him a helper. So we're all helpers. Everybody that you see around you is meant to help you make your life easier if you give them the permission to. So what am I saying in essence? You don't have to do it alone. Disconnection, burnout, and shame may try to hold you hostage, but there is freedom on the other side of honesty and healing. And I want you to imagine this showing up fully for your loved ones without guilt. You define success on your terms without losing yourself. You walk tall and unburdened because you dare to seek help in reclaiming your life. And seeking help is getting a therapist also. Someone like me to help you work through all the pain and hurt and resentment and heart walls that you have built around you, right? It isn't about having it all together, because nobody has it all together. Like I said, Jesus wept. So Jesus didn't have it all. You can't. Period. Right? I want you to get a journal actually, because every day I'll probably give you an exercise to do. I want you to journal one thing that is holding you back from being free and healing today. What are you afraid of? And what is it costing you today? And if you need help, DM the word freedom and learn how to rewrite that belief. 2025 has to be our best year yet. And so I've created courses, I've created videos that will help us work through January and February. I've done a whole line of videos, and I hope that these videos are going to really help you improve and transform your life so that 2025 will be your best year yet. Don't forget, subscribe, click the notification bell below, like this video, and finally share me with other people so that as you grow the community of people around you, and we have a wholesome society. God bless. Love and light.